Hi there. This video is to introduce you to a simple and highly effective technique that you can use in those times when you've got a monumental task ahead of you and your brain is going into overdrive, finding all manner of things to do other than something that would actually move you forwards. We're going to use tapping, also known as EFT, to move through the feelings of being overwhelmed that you may have. So you can either simply follow me as I carry out the tapping routine, or you can go to my How to Tap video link below for a more thorough explanation of what tapping is and how to use the process. Okay, so the key thing about using tapping to move forwards is to really identify what it is that's keeping you stuck as specifically as possible. When faced with something that they perceive as difficult, many people just go into denial, ignore what's going on and go and do something else. So you end up with a sparkling clean kitchen and no closer to achieving what you were looking to do. Before we do any tapping, I need to let you know the following disclaimer. While EFT has produced remarkable clinical results, it must still be considered to be in the experimental stage, and therefore the public must take complete responsibility for their use of it. By taking part in this tapping exercise, you must accept full responsibility for your emotional health. You may feel significant emotional responses, which is all part of the process. However, adverse effects are incredibly rare, and if you have any concerns about using these techniques, you should consult a qualified emotional health practitioner. Okay, so if you're happy to go ahead on that basis, let's get into it. I want you to think about something that seems like a massive task ahead. Maybe it's looking at all the stages on the process map that we gave you, or anything else that feels really big and maybe difficult to you. Most of us are conditioned to try and bury how we feel and put things to the back of our mind. So what I want you to do is really focus on the task ahead. Bring it right to the forefront of your mind. As you do so, begin to mirror my tapping. Notice the thoughts that are coming up in your mind. Examples might be, I can't do it, or maybe it'd be easier to stay as I am. I want you to write down anything that came up. Okay, so next, as you look at your statement, whatever you've written down, it's time to start to notice the feelings that are coming up in your body. Where are they? For example, the centre of your chest, or in your knees, or anywhere else. What colour or sensation does the feeling have? Does it have a shape? Is it 2D or 3D? And anything else that the feeling reminds you of, whether a person, an event, an animal, or anything else. And again, I want you to write this down as specifically as possible and give the emotional intensity a score out of 10, with 10 being the worst that it can be. So now, I want you to combine the two parts of your statement. For example, when I think about getting new clients, I feel like I can't do it and get a prickly red sensation in my spine. And now what you're going to do, and this is a simplified form of tapping, you're just going to tap round all your points while repeating that statement. Starting here, so when I think about getting new clients, I get a prickly red sensation of fear down my spine. When I think about getting new clients, I feel like I can't do it. Get a prickly red fear sensation down my spine. Prickly red fear sensation when I think about getting new clients. Just simplify the language. Use whatever words feel right for you. When I think about getting new clients, I get a prickly red fear sensation down my spine. Prickly red fear sensation down my spine. Prickly red fear sensation down my spine. When I think about getting new clients, I get a prickly red fear sensation down my spine. Take a deep breath. And now I want you to check in with the thoughts and feelings. Just see if there's been any change in the feeling, the location, or the intensity. If the feeling's cleared, great. See how you feel about the task now. It might be completely different. You might find that you think differently about that task. If the intensity remains, do another tapping. Do another round of tapping, or whatever remains. So if the feelings are still the same, you can repeat what you said, or you might want to check if they've moved in your body. If the sensations are still the same, are they still just as intense? Whatever it is, just check in with it and do it again. And you can just keep doing that until you start to notice something shift. Now, while tapping of this nature is surface level, it can actually make all the difference between getting things done and then just languishing on your to-do list forever. So give it a go. I know it might seem weird if it's the first time you've experienced EFT, but it's very powerful. It's created massive changes in my life, and with hundreds and hundreds of people that I've worked with, especially in the field of actually achieving the things that they intend to happen in their lives. So give it a go, and I'd really love you to share your experiences in the comments box down below. See you next time.